Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is 3 different ways that you can track your food, but just before we jump in and start, I just want to say that I don't think tracking food is for everyone. I think it's a really good tool, and I think it is really useful, particularly if you have got a goal that is based on your physique and how you're looking. I think it's really useful, and I think for a lot of people it's worth doing at some point, just so that you can understand a bit more about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, and then, you know, understand a bit more about food. But guys, with that being said, some people can become very obsessive and can end up having a much worse relationship with food through tracking. And if that is you, and you start tracking and you find that you're starting to get a poor relationship with food, or even if you just already know, then don't do it. Okay, please don't do it. The aim is not to make your relationship with food worse. It should be just to educate you, to show you what you're eating, show you what you're putting in your body. So that is why we're using it. I don't want anyone getting a bad or an unhealthy relationship with food from tracking. So with that being said, let's jump in. So guys, the first way that we're going to talk about is taking photos, and literally all you're doing is putting your food on your plate and snapping a photo. Done. So really easy. Also, with having a photo, you can then see what's on your plate, so you've got a rough idea of your portion sizes and also the contents of your food. So you will be able to see how much of something you're having, or how little of something you're having, or you'll be able to see how many times you're having a takeaway in a week, or how many fizzy drinks you're having, or how many times you buy a coffee when you're out and about. And it will also show you what you're not getting. So if you're not getting enough fruits and vegetables and things like that, so you can then go from there and you'll be able to add or take away depending on what you are or are not getting. So it will give you an overview of what you're eating throughout a week. However guys, like I said, it is not accurate. Obviously you're not weighing or measuring anything out, so you're just literally putting it on your plate and taking a photo. And with that as well, it can be quite hard, even though you can see your portion size, it can be quite hard to tell exactly how much you've done each time, based on how you've taken the photo or how you've put the food on your plate. And also guys, even though you can see the contents of your food, you can't see exactly what's in it. So you're not going to know, for example, how much sugar, how much sodium, are you getting enough fibre. Unless you've got a really good knowledge of food, then you're not going to know by just taking a photo. So guys, I really like this way for if you're a beginner and you're just new and you just want to try getting into tracking to see how you get on with it. It's a really good way. And also guys, if you have got a lot of weight to lose, then this is the way that I would probably recommend to start with, just because you don't need to be majorly accurate when you have got more weight to lose. It's only when you're starting to get really precise with things, then you need that level of accuracy. So when you're just starting out, or if you have got quite a lot of weight to lose, then this is a really good way just to get you into it, get you being more mindful of what you're eating, and then you can go from there. So guys, the second way is making a food diary, and you can do this either on a piece of paper or on the notes on your phone. There are loads of templates online that you can use as well, and that say like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks, and you just fill that out throughout the week. So again, it is really simple, really easy. It does require a little bit more effort because you're going to have to make sure you're jotting it down each time you've eaten or drank something. You are going to have to write it down, so it is a little bit more time consuming than taking a photo, but it's not as time consuming as tracking in MyFitnessPal, which we'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, really simple. You can be a little bit more accurate with it because you're writing it down. You can be a bit more precise with what you're inputting, so you can put, I had half a bowl of cereal, or half a packet of rice, or 1 large banana, etc. So you can be more precise than just taking a photo with it. However guys, because it does require a little bit more work than just taking a photo, this is when people can start to forget, or trying to fit everything in at the end of the day and then they'll miss something out. So you've got to be willing to stick with it throughout the day and filling it in as you go if you are going to do this way. And again guys, it doesn't show you your calories, it doesn't show you your macros, it doesn't show you what's in your food, you know, sugar, sodium, fibre, that kind of thing. So you're still not going to have a clue in terms of that. But again, it is really good for you to see your habits, and then you can go from there and you can tweak, and because you are being a bit more precise with your portion sizes that you're writing down, then the following week you can either increase or decrease based off how much you're having. So like I said, a little bit more precise, and it's kind of the next step up after you've gone from taking photos. So guys, the last and final way that we're going to talk about is tracking in an app. Now I personally use MyFitnessPal, but there are a few different apps out there. Use whichever one works for you. Now this is the most accurate way that we're talking about. Now I'm not saying it's completely accurate, but it is the most accurate way that we have spoken about today. Just because it does show you your calories, it will show you your macro breakdown, it shows you sugar, sodium, fibre, and a billion other different things. It shows you literally everything, and you can just click on and you'll get that breakdown. So if you've not got a good understanding of your food, then it does literally lay it out for you nice and simply for you just to go on and have a look at. Now even though I've said it is the most accurate way, obviously that is going to be based on you. So if you're just kind of half-heartedly weighing things out, half-heartedly measuring things, and then just putting in roughly what you think, then obviously it's not accurate. If you are going to do this way, you do need to be willing to weigh and measure out your food and then put it in and be as close and accurate as you can be when you're putting it in. And because you are having to weigh everything out, you're having to measure everything out before putting it in, then it does take a lot of time, it does take a lot of work, and this is the one where people can become very obsessed and become too obsessive with it and end up with a negative relationship with their food. So you know, that's why slowly build yourself up through the other two ways that we've spoken about, and then if you find that it's becoming you're getting a bad relationship with food from those, then definitely don't try this way. But if you're doing alright, then definitely give this way a go and see how you get on when you're actually tracking your food in the app. Now guys, with MyFitnessPal, I don't know about other fitness apps, when you download it and you log in and you input all your information, it will come up with roughly how many calories it thinks you should be eating based on your goal. I don't think this is accurate. I don't think you should be looking at that number and then trying to hit that number. When you download the app, go through all of that because you have to, and then just start inputting what you're eating without changing anything, and it will give you an idea roughly on how much you're eating, and then you can go from there. Don't try and hit the number it gives you straight off. I will do a video that talks about finding your maintenance calories and then whether to figure out whether you need to be in a surplus or a deficit. So I will do that for you guys, just bear with me. But when you are starting using MyFitnessPal, just input what you're eating and find out how many calories you're already eating before trying to increase or decrease them. So guys, that is the 3 ways that you can track your food. Like I said, work your way through the 3 of them, see how you get on, and if you do find yourself starting to get a negative relationship with food, then please stop. So if you find you're worrying or you're getting anxious or you're becoming too obsessive about what you're eating, then stop, okay? You definitely don't need to track your food in order to reach your goal, 100% you don't, but from my experience, it is very, very helpful just to give you an idea of what you're eating, how much you're eating, what you're not eating, because that's also really important, what you're not getting, and give you a greater understanding of your food. So all of the 3 ways we spoke about do give you those benefits. They show you what you're eating, they make you more mindful on what you're eating, they make you more aware of what you're eating, and that really, if you've got a goal, is going to be the main thing that you need to become aware of. So guys, that completes this video. If you have any questions on anything we've spoken about, then please just drop me a comment down below and I will get back to you. And if you do need a little bit more help, then I do online coaching. Just drop me an email, linked in the description box for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!